Steenkampskraal in the Western Cape, one of the world's highest grade rare earth deposits, has reached a major milestone. High purity mixed rare earth products have been produced in partnership with State Mineral Research Agency Mintek. Tyrone Searle, the CFO at the mine, joins us to tell us about the new development. Hi Tyrone, welcome.
Hi Linda, thank you.
So it's such an exciting development. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, I think it's been a long road historically to get to a point where the mine is back in operations from the 50s and 60s control of Anglo, and progressing steadily to be in a position to produce the products that we require for obviously a very powerful geopolitical drive to support rare earths to the west. So we're very positive about the developments, and we're moving forward steadily.
Well, the last time I spoke to people from Steenkampskraal to Graham Soden, construction was just started on a new monazite processing plant. So, since then, how did you get to this new development?
We've appointed a EPC contractor last year and were fully funded with finance provided by the IDC. And that contractor is very capable in his space and has been developing and building and constructing the required metallurgical plant to produce a plus 55% monazite concentrate, which is the first phase that's required towards ultimately getting to producing an MREC product, which is the hydrometallurgical phase, which is also in planning and flow sheet development to conclude that process. Although the samples and all the Mintek research that we've been jointly doing has proven that the process can be achieved and is very realistic in our timelines and our expectations.
So what's the next phase after this, and what can realistically be done in South Africa?
Well, I think it's all funding dependent. If we have the right parties that are working together with us and they bring the money to the table, we believe that the hydrometallurgical side, the cracking and of the product, and the production of a thorium as the radioactive element, and the MREC, our basket of elements, is something that can be looked into and progressed even further to separating the individual elements and even going further up the chain to fluorination and potentially metallization. But that's something in the future. We're just sticking to the short-term goals of producing a concentrate and then a MREC in the next 24 months. Concentrate by the end of the year, and then an MREC following us securing our funding.
So how important was it in having Mintek's facilities in this collaboration between a state agency and a private mine?
Well, Mintek, I think, has been involved during Trevor Blench, the previous owner, who has been involved for 20 or 30 years with the mine. Mintek has been involved with the research and the development of what is required to produce an MREC. But I think the refinement and the processes that our laboratory and Mintek have done recently have confirmed everything that was strived to achieve in the past.
Well, if you've looked at the beneficiation that all African countries seem to be striving for, how important is this development now for South Africa and for Africa?
Yes, I think globally, I think the production of an MREC is crucial to the various producers of separated elements, which are a number in various Western countries. China has mainly controlled the production of an MREC, so the predominant amount of concentrate product goes into China, and then they produce an MREC. So for us in South Africa and Africa and in the West, I think we at the forefront of being able to produce an MREC, which will be very satisfying as an achievement, and be able to provide that sort of product into these facilities that are looking to separate the elements.
Well, could it be a turning point for Africa?
Absolutely, because we even are considering, depending on our upscaling and growth, to be able to be a hub for the African continent, in that we could take the concentrate products from a number of mines. There's one in Nigeria, and there are a few others around the continent that ultimately could use our facility, because we have a COR, the right to handle, store and transport and produce radioactive materials on our site, which is quite unique. And Dr Matabula, who's our founder and supporter extensively to develop our strategy and vision, is the preeminent force behind our enthusiastic approach to developing the African continent and to the benefit of all our stakeholders, especially the people of South Africa, the research institutions, and others that are going to benefit from this collaboration.
And how do you scale it to something bigger? Is that
I think
possible?
Yes, it is. And it's all dependent on getting the required funding and developing those processing plants to adequately take as much material as you can and enhance the resource of the mine. So Steenkampskraal has a solid opportunity to extend at depth and on strike our resource and double or treble the amount of material we have. So if we can get that right through an exploration expanded program, we could enhance and size up the various plants to be able to take more material.
The IDC has backed phase 1, and Steenkampskraal has said investors are in confidential discussions with you for the next development phase. How's that going?
That's going well. We're still in close contact with the IDC to enhance the initial funding, which was around about $10 million. And we're trying to get them enthusiastic about supporting us for our reclamation phase and early mining phase. So we still have to do some development of the underground shafts to make them suitable to mine that product underground, the monazite ore body. And they are very enthusiastic, I think, to develop, go on that path with us. But it's something we need to conclude. And then down the line, the hydrometallurgical plant, which costs about $20 to $30 million, that's required to produce an MREC product. So it's always driven by money at the end of the day, unfortunately, but we have the technology and we can work with our close partners if that funding is available. And there are numerous potential investors, whether they're from an off-take position where they might benefit from the feedstock into their plants around the world, or traders, or other investors as well, because Steenkampskraal is a solid investment as a return on equity. I think it's a very good play at the moment.
Can we ask you from which part of the world the interest is coming?
Yes, it's coming from the USA predominantly. The number of traders obviously look to supply an MREC product into Europe and Canada. South Korea is obviously very interested as well in participating. So across the board, we've done DDs with numerous nations, but predominantly out of the US and out of Europe.
Well, Necsa has signaled interest in collaborating on a medical isotope. So how does this partnership change the picture for downstream beneficiation?
Well, I think the intent is to work closely with Necsa, and I think the South African platform that's been developed over numerous years in research into the technology, into working radiation and various other nuclear materials. I think they understand thorium, which is our product, and we have intentions to work closely with Necsa to ultimately to the benefit of considering what is required for Kuiberg and some sort of blend. And I don't understand the technology nearly as well as Robbie Lowe, our technical director. He'd explain it far better. But there's some sort of combination of uranium and thorium that can be applied to nuclear rods and enhance the ability with a greater, lesser environmental impact and a greater efficiency and lower maintenance and all sorts of benefits for the nuclear industry. So there are numerous intentions, and I think parties based in the US, based in India, and a number of other countries who are looking to upscale or revise the technology within these reactors. And maybe thorium becomes a play that has been discussed for numerous years. But it is radioactive, obviously, and the product that comes from feedstock has to be controlled and transported correctly, etc. And hopefully with our collaboration with Necsa, they can guide us, we can work closely together with them, and we can achieve something in South Africa that is not yet particularly, as I understand it. India has a facility. It's a modular reactor. China has a similar type facility using thorium, but potentially thorium becomes a commodity that's very useful to that industry.
Well, you expressed interest that other African countries could use your facilities. Has there been any interest?
Not yet, because I think we're in the early stages of our development, but there are numerous calls we've had with people positioned in Nigeria, the DRC, and various other African countries who are obviously looking to energy sources, some sort of collaboration on ultimately working their concentrate products at our mine, but it's early days.
So a really exciting development for you.
It is, and we're very passionate about it, and fortunately with Dr Matabula's drive and enthusiasm and Robbie Lowe's knowledge on the technical side, hopefully I get a bit lucky and getting some support on the funding side. We'll work very well, and with the support of all those in country that in our beautiful country that have an influence on supporting us, I think we can achieve something special.
I remember Graham Soden said he was really happy that Dr Matabula was your BE partner.
Yes, Dr Matabula, fortunately, is somebody that has walked his own path and has a journey in mining, so he understands the mine as well as I do. I've been in the game for 40 years in various project mining and various hard rock applications in underground open cross mining, and developing projects that ultimately we try and list. But joining Matabula a few years back, I was very proud to be part of his vision and his enthusiasm, having come from very menial background to be a solid, established individual in the business sector, in the mining sector.
Well, Tyrone Searle, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure, Linda. Thanks. Nice to chat to you.